Is she about to say a bullcock? Because I was just joking. Oh, I don't like it. This video might upset you. Please don't get upset. This is for entertainment purposes only. I also did not create this video, so do not shout at me. Today we're checking out 10 states with the worst... Well, why did I say that? 10 states with the worst food in America. Hello, I'm Adam. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing absolutely beautiful today. Please like, please sub. You probably won't do either of them things because I'm asking you to do it in the first 20 seconds. But either way, God loves a trier. Let's jump in.
Across America, there are certain foods that are local favorites.
I was about to say that
not
looked
so
good.
appealing to anyone from outside the
Is that a
region.
crab?
So here are 10 states with the worst food in America.
Can I just reiterate that I did not make this video? Can I just make sure, because you don't be shouting at me. I'm just watching the video, okay? Alaska?
Alaska.
Oh no.
Alaska, a place where you can't be too fat or too drunk.
Alaska is not a state widely
Wait,
known
what does that mean? Does everyone get lit in Alaska? This is going to be a lot of fish food, right?
for its delicious food options. In fact, a lot of places in Alaska are rather remote, and regular food sources are not always easy or cheap
So you gotta
to
go
get.
hunting,
Alaska
right?
is known for its natural beauty and for its bountiful wildlife that the local people
shit.
have made use of for food for many years.
It was an Alaskan bullworm!
What?
Oftentimes, the people living in this state rely on what can be hunted, fished, or gathered, rather than paying the high prices for
Yo,
food.
do we have any guys or gals in the comments who are watching this right now who source their own food? Like, most of the time? Like, hunters, any fishers? I would be really, really interested in learning a bit about that. Let me know. Comment down below. Tell me your life story.
Food that is brought in from elsewhere. While there are some innovative and delicious recipes that have come from Alaska, there are also some that will stop your appetite right in its tracks. This includes food items such as fermented fish heads,
I don't like it. Oof. Nah. I'm sorry.
animal fat mixed with berries, and whale blubber with a bit of skin still attached. While these items may be eaten regularly by those who are used to life in Alaska, including the odd food choices, what
the hell is whale blubber?
These dishes are about to catch on.
It's me.
Most people would agree that Alaska can keep those sorts of recipes to themselves, and it
Hey,
is
no, I'm
doubtful
not
that
judging.
you are going to find fermented fish heads in the average household outside the state of Alaska. Delaware.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm in Delaware.
Okay.
Delaware is
What happens
probably
down
one
there?
of the most unassuming states in America, but as nice and calm as it seems, it has its fair share of foods that would make you question what even qualifies as food.
Is this video going to make me gag the whole way through it?
Among these less than ideal options is a food item called slippery dumplings. The name alone sounds
don't let it be
completely
fish, man.
unappetizing. The thought of any food item being slippery is not something that is overly appealing to most people.
Slippery?
These dumplings are filled with noodles and chicken and coated in broth.
I'm gonna order
that sounds
dumplings, but I
alright.
want them to make the dumplings really big.
And while they may not taste bad, the name and texture is enough cause for most people to avoid
Oh, is it
them.
like jelly or
Aside from
something?
slippery
Does it slip around on your
dumplings,
tongue?
Delaware also offers food such as scrapple, which is essentially a meatloaf-type meal that is made of pork and food scraps, all slapped together and served in slices. The thought of eating the scraps of meat that were not good enough for use in other dishes
Yo,
is
can I just say something? I'm not judging, man. I am a little bit. I'm probably gag throughout this, but don't take offense. I literally have ate black pudding before, which is literally just dried blood. So I'm just as bad, man. Okay, you could probably gag at that. I ate dry blood off a fucking animal. I ate black pudding, blood pudding, whatever you want to call it. So we're just as bad, man.
also not overly appetizing. Aside from those few food items, there's not much else from the
Can't get rid
Delaware
of the fish
area
head,
that is
though.
unappealing. But these are definitely foods that could be considered the worst.
Okay.
Texas.
What am I now?
I didn't think Texas would be on here.
No, I'm Texas!
Texas is known for a lot of things. Cowboys, barbecue, and deep-fried foods are probably the first things that come to mind. It seems like it's nearly impossible to go anywhere in Texas without finding some sort of deep-fried item waiting for you. From deep-fried beer to deep-fried Pop-Tarts, you can get anything you want deep-fried in Texas.
What's the point? What's the problem?
Deep fried.
Deep fried champagne? Okay.
The majority of unappealing foods available here are things that have been deep fried that never should have been. This includes items that should never be eaten as food on their own. Texas offers deep fried butter, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Deep fried butter? Surely not. Surely not, man.
Piece of butter that is battered, then deep fried in oil. So yes, you are literally eating nothing but deep fried coating with melted butter in the middle of it. The amount of grease you would consume when eating this product is enough to make your stomach turn. Along with deep fried butter, you can also get such disgusting options as deep fried potato salad and deep fried beer. Aside from deep frying everything, Texans also enjoy unusual meal options such as
that off my screen. How the hell do you deep fry beer? I'm sorry.
Enjoy unusual meal options such as rattlesnake, alligator, and even cow tongue. Needless to say, it doesn't seem like there is a lot that Texans will not eat, especially if you throw it in the deep fryer first.
I respect
North Carolina.
Except for North Carolina.
North Carolina offers a variety of odd and uncommon foods, ones that you would probably try to avoid if visiting this state. One example is a very aptly named dish called liver mush. While you would hope that the food itself isn't exactly what the name implies, you would be very wrong. Liver mush is made from pig liver and parts of the pig's head, all mushed together with some cornmeal and spices to make a sort of patty.
Don't get all mushy on me. So long, princess.
Kudos to North Carolina for using parts of the pig that are not often used, but this meal does not sound like the sort of thing that most people would want.
At the end of the day, you can just decide to not eat it, but I kind of respect the fact that obviously pigs are primarily used for like bacon and sausage, right? So the fact that they're not letting the rest of the pig go to waste, I mean, you kind of have to respect it a little bit. It's kind of well done because kind of honoring the pig by just eating the whole fucking thing. Not me.
On their dinner table. While there may not be a bunch of other options in North Carolina that are quite as gross as liver mush, they do offer some odd food combinations that may be at least a little more worth trying, such as coleslaw on hot dogs and pimento cheese on pretty much everything. If you're ever in North Carolina and you were offered liver mush, you're probably best to avoid it, unless you are an adventurous eater who does not mind what is actually in the meat patty. For a lot of people, the thought of eating mushed up pig parts that are usually disposed of is not appealing and can actually make people lose their appetites completely.
And you guys eat this?
About to fork over a plump little dollop of Maine justice.
Justin Timberlake.
Maine is probably most known for its lobsters, with people paying top dollar for Maine lobsters shipped out of state. Located on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, Maine is known for its various lobster recipes and the innovative way in which they serve the lobster. You can go just about anywhere in Maine and run into lobster.
Was that alive? This doesn't get served like this. Surely not. I'm going to need some sort of confirmation in the comments immediately that this doesn't get put on my plate in front of me and it's still fucking walking around the plate. There's no way!
Anywhere in Maine and run into lobster made in a different way with different seasonings and toppings to complement this shellfish. Unfortunately, not every lobster recipe is a winner, and in fact, there is one in particular that has come from Maine that is downright nasty.
You get lobster for everybody? Yeah, and they're fresh, right out of the ocean.
Tamale is a sauce-like food item that is essentially the liver and pancreas of the lobster. Found inside the shellfish itself, it is the green paste that the large majority of people get rid of because it looks and smells absolutely disgusting. There are even health advisories that suggest people avoid eating this part of the lobster. Despite that, it is still eaten in Maine, and it's usually used as a sort of spread or used in sauces to thicken them up and give them a bit of flavor. While this food item is considered a delicacy, it is not something that is in any way appealing to eat. And it's highly suggested that whenever you are in Maine, you double check to make sure your sauce is not made with tamale.
Like, who decides that this should be eaten? Who decided that, you know what, that pancreas right there, that looks nice. I want to eat that. Who the hell decided that? Put him in prison.
Montana.
Montana.
Yeah, Montana. To see,
The ocean.
Yep, we're going to see the Montana coast.
There are certain parts of animals that modern-day people do not typically think of eating or really even using in any way. Around the world, there are all sorts of traditional foods that are made with animal parts that most people would never even think of eating, let alone consider a delicacy or a local treasure. The people of Montana have come up with their own disgusting food item, which has been around for a long time and is surprisingly still eaten to this day. Though, let's be honest, not that many people have or will ever try this particular item.
What is it?
Named Rocky Mountain oysters, this food is made with specific parts of bulls that are often removed when ranchers wish to stop unplanned mating among
Is she about to say a bullcock? Because I was just joking.
their cattle herds. Nothing more really needs to be said about this
It's
less
fucking
than
bull dick.
appetizing Montana delicacy.
Nah!
Bull testicles as food is enough to gross most people out. The thought of eating something like that is appalling, and it does make you wonder who the first person was who tried it, and why they even thought to try it in the first place. Regardless of where or how it started, it has somehow carried through to current times. South Carolina.
South Carolina, what's up?
Who is eating bull balls,
Not
man?
wanting to feel left out, South Carolina will be joining North Carolina as well. While the two worst foods from the Carolina
I'm not over the whole bull balls, by the way. So if I see anyone in the comments being like, Adam, you gotta try it. No, I'm not eating bull balls. Bull cock, nothing. If you want to eat that, honestly, you go, in fact, you take them all. You go right ahead and you enjoy every single last testicle. No, do not dare go into the comments and say, Adam, you should try it. It's actually nice. If you want to sit down with the family and all share bull balls, be my guest, man, but
Carolinas are fairly different from each other. They are both equally as unappetizing. Though somehow South Carolina may have found a way to top the unappealing nature of liver mush, which is actually a pretty big accomplishment, all things considered. Chitterlings, for those who may not know, are little bits of animal intestines which are chopped up and boiled or fried and then served.
Ew, that's disgusting!
People eat them as a side along with other foods or even on their own. At least with liver mush, they attempted to hide the unconventional ingredients with other things mixed in. South Carolina just went for it and made no attempt to disguise the fact that they were just eating straight up animal intestines. For a great majority of people, the idea of eating the innards of any animal is enough to ruin your appetite, and for a good reason. The taste of this particular dish has been said to be something that you need to get used to. And if you're brave enough to try it once, maybe you too will develop an affinity for chitterlings. North Dakota.
Hi, do you like South Dakota but don't want to see Mount Rushmore? Come to North Dakota.
North Dakota is not exactly known for terrible food, but it does have at least one option for those who
Wait a minute. World's largest buffalo. Was this real? Surely not. Surely not. Or is this just... Is this the sign just talking about this particular statue, and this statue isn't in memory of a bull that used to be alive and it was this size? Surely not.
Dakota is not exactly known for terrible food, but it does have at least one option for those who may be into trying things that are off the beaten path. Called lutefisk, this dish involves soaking fish in lye for a week and sort of letting it ferment a bit before consumption. This fish ends up looking sort of like it has been jellied, but tastes just like fermented fish, which makes not only the taste unpleasant, but the texture as well. Fermented fish is basically fish that has begun to break down and essentially rot, giving it a strong and pungent smell and taste.
Your boy is the man with the terrible smell.
Oh.
And if fermented fish wasn't bad enough on its own, whoever made this food originally decided it needed to be a bit soft, wiggly, and slimy to really make this particular food the worst thing you can eat in North Dakota. Despite the fact that it looks, sounds, and smells
Who's eating
completely
this?
inedible, many people in North Dakota enjoy it to this day. They can have
They're all eating this. Like, who? Surely there's something else we could make. Because surely for something to keep getting made and more production of it, you know, over and over and over again, it has to be doing well, making a profit. Who the hell is eating this and buying this shit? It's literally jellyfish that's rotten.
all of it to themselves, as they are not likely to find anyone from outside of their own
God.
state that will sit down and dig into some lutefisk. Although it may be impolite to turn down food at the dinner table,
I'll be turning
if
it
you
down.
are served lutefisk, there should be an exception to that dinner table
I'm turning it down
rule.
if that's put in front of me. Don't care.
Maryland.
Ain't eating it.
Baltimore's not exotic, Frank. No.
Maryland has a few uncommon food options, including things such as stuffed ham, which is exactly what it sounds like, ham stuffed with other things. Stuffed ham is relatively tame and actually probably pretty good depending on what you stuff it with. While stuffed ham may be a bit different than what some people are used to, it's not something that would really be considered terrible or off-putting in any way.
No, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers.
As long as you already like ham. What may turn
That
you
ham is
off
nice.
of wanting to have dinner in Maryland, though, is the fact that they actually eat muskrats. Muskrats are a large member of the rodent family, which basically look like a cross between a rat and a beaver. They are strange-looking rodents and definitely not something that you would look at and think
You're
of
eating
as dinner. Muskrat may not be the most disgusting thing available in the United States, but it's also not something that people would travel to the state just to eat either. Maryland even holds
to their own,
festivals
man.
that are dedicated to
You know what I
preparing
mean?
and eating muskrats. Along with muskrats, Maryland
looks
offers
fucking
some
rotten.
strange options such as crab-flavored potato chips, deviled eggs made with local beer, and fried codfish sandwiched between two saltine crackers with some mustard. While none of these foods from Maryland are completely gross, muskrat is probably not something that most
Who is looking at that and thinking, oh, I'd love to cook that and eat it? Oh, my stomach, like there's something going on in here. Like from here down to my stomach, there's something going on. You know, like that feeling that you're about to heave, like gag.
most people will ever try in their lives either.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Toto? I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Kansas doesn't necessarily have the worst food options out there, but they do have some that are definitely weird enough to be included on this list.
What we got?
At the top is a weird food combination found in Kansas, chili and a cinnamon roll. The flavor of a spicy chili mixed with the sweet taste of a cinnamon roll is not a combination
That's
that the
a
majority
weird
of people
one.
would ever think of trying. Just the thought of these two flavors
This actually might be the most pleasant one of the whole entire list, man. I ain't gonna lie, because it's they're two nice foods when eaten separately, in my opinion. So throw them together. Hey, what could go wrong? You know what I
together
mean?
sounds pretty
At least it's
disgusting.
not- at least it
but
wasn't
locals
dead.
in Kansas swear by it. One
And
of the other
have eyes.
strangest foods to come out of Kansas is a particular sandwich, specifically a sandwich that is made out of nothing but mayonnaise and bananas.
Mayonnaise and bananas.
Between two slices of bread.
Bananas.
This, again, is not the most disgusting combination of food out there, but it does make you wonder who first tried this combination and why did they even think of putting these two items together. The tangy taste and thick texture of mayonnaise mixed with the slightly sweet and soft taste and texture of banana slices does not sound at all appetizing.
No.
And is certainly not something that most parents would send their kids off to school with. While these weird food combinations may be worth trying
No, it's
just
not.
to see if they are truly as good as
Don't
the
try
locals make it
mayonnaise and banana.
seem, they
Don't
are
listen there.
not things that are likely to catch on anywhere else and will probably just always remain strange food combinations from Kansas.
Wish I didn't see the banana and mayo one at the end there. Kind of ruined my day a little bit, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the vid. Before we go, Just let you guys know, I do live reactions over on Twitch. I might be live right now reacting to some shit. If you want to come over and join the community we got on there, we got a lot of like-minded people from here on YouTube, kind of the same community over there, which is cool. I know a lot of people aren't hot on like live streams or Twitch. Come and give it a try. Okay? Come and give it a try. I promise you won't be let down. You'll enjoy it. There's a link in the pinned comment. If I forget to pin a comment, just go to Twitch, type my name in, and I'll be live. Okay? Thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Goodbye.